Inventions. Nature's little problems solved. Without inventions, we'd be hungry and dead. Join us as we bask in human ingenuity. Hi. Have you ever wondered what the top 10 best inventions of all time are? Welcome back to Top 10 All Time, the #1 Top 10 channel on YouTube, and today we'll be taking a look at our top 10 best inventions of all time. Number 10. Light bulb. Then God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. The Bible. In 1802, a man named Humphrey Davy confused himself with God and invented a big bulb to prove it. And look at it now. Talk about a glow-up. I keep a light bulb in every room, just in case. Did you know people used to go to bed at sunset? Like, everybody. Sure, you could set your house on fire with candles, but wouldn't it be better to just invent the light bulb? A lot of people certainly thought so. In fact, we could have made top 10 people who invented the light bulb, but we made this instead. Number 9. Screw. Sticking two pieces of wood together. It's an activity loved by dads everywhere, and you can never run out of tools to do it with. There's wood glue, nails, staples, tape, you name it. But, unlike most things in life, there is a perfect option for the task. And it's the screw. When you screw two things together, you know they'll be together forever. Strong yet delicate, the screw is just plain beautiful. It's truly the most complex of the simple machines. Number 8. Wheel and axle. Oh, we've heard this same song and dance before. Everybody likes to say that the wheel is the most important or most useful or even the best invention of all time, when in reality, it's the 8th best invention of all time. And it's completely useless without its best friend, the axle. If you can think of a useful wheel with no axle, be sure to leave it in the comments below, because we've been racking our brains trying to come up with one. Between vehicles, pottery, and hamsters, we owe a lot to these two doodads. The wheel and axle is how we go places, and hey, we're not trying to reinvent it anytime soon. Number 7. Toilet. We're only including one modern plumbing convenience on this list, and the toilet is the clear winner. It's the least comfortable chair you spend the most time on. If you're watching this video on the toilet, you have to subscribe for more great content like this. That's a rule. If we didn't have toilets, we'd have to keep a stinky bucket in the corner, and we'd rather not. But why did we pick this particular invention over, say, sinks? Well, that's because we didn't exactly invent the sink. We just stole the idea from waterfalls and perfected it. The toilet is humankind's own. Number 6. Microphone. Don't think too hard about the fact that this is next to toilet on the list. We love microphones. In fact, I'm speaking into one right now. Without microphones, we wouldn't have recorded music like Frank Sinatra and DaBaby. And your friend's podcast would somehow be even more boring. Mics are the only reason I watch movies. Can you imagine how bad La La Land would be if it was like this? Luckily, it's not, thanks to microphones. Number 5. Camera. Once upon a time, we took the gift of sight and memory and gave it to a piece of plastic. Now, everybody's using it to document their breakfast. These days, we take cameras for granted. Back in the day, you had to use your real-life eyes and hippocampus to remember something. Now, we've got a fancy schmancy digital version. And they've really improved movies, too. Can you imagine how bad La La Land would be if it was like this? Luckily, it's not, thanks to cameras. They say a picture's worth 1,000 words, so take a look at this. It says it all. Number 4. Paper. When we look at a blank piece of paper, we like to imagine all the possibilities of what it could be. could be the first page of the next great novel. It could be a love note that sparks a lifelong connection. It could even be this. We'd like you to remember all the times a piece of paper had something important written on it. Too many, huh? The only thing we don't like about paper is the nasty cuts it can give you. Did you know? The first airplane was made out of sticks and paper. And even though they make them out of different stuff now, we never forget their humble beginnings. Still not convinced? Remember money? We rest our case. Number 3. GPS. Hey Siri, get me directions to Atlantic City.
Getting directions to Atlantic City.
And it's that easy, folks. A century ago, the dream of directions on demand was still high in the sky, and now we have satellites high in the sky that make that dream a reality. Of course, it's at the cost of being tracked all the time, but at least it means we can track our friends, too. We love the Global Positioning System. Or is it service? It should be, because it certainly is a service to humanity. Did you know people still go to school for cartography? What a waste of time! Just ask Siri, you silly goof! Everybody needs to know how to get from point A to point B, and now they can do it without thinking. For once, there is no doubt as to where we are and where we are going. In a very real sense, we still have no idea, but thanks to GPS, we can do a great job pretending. Number 2. Boat. It was a tough choice between plane and boat, but in the end, we knew we had to go with boat. Boats have been around for a very long time, and have gotten a lot of people to a lot of places. I wouldn't recommend trying to cross the ocean without one. Sure, you could take a plane, but you'd never be able to stop and take a break. When you stop on a boat, you can just hang out on it. When you stop on a plane, you fall out of the air and die. Shipwrecks are the coolest things, even though they're the worst boats. There's so many great words for boat. Schooner, sloop, tug, vessel. And that's why boat is the number 2 invention of all time. But of course, before we can show you our number 1 pick, here are some honorable mentions that should not be forgotten. Cell service. If you're watching this video in an Applebee's bathroom, you already know how important cell service is. Use it to call your parents, but get out of the bathroom first. Chopsticks. I'm a big fork and spoon guy, but I know deep in my heart that chopsticks are the ultimate cooking/eating/home improvement utensil, and they're great for pretending to be a drummer. Batteries. Do I even need to explain how useful batteries are? No? Then I won't. The printing press. As amazing as paper is, it only really leveled up when people started putting stuff on it. The Gutenberg Bible? Impressive. Internet. Imagine what a world without internet would... Yeah, like that. There were a lot of great honorable mentions on that list. But now, it's time to see our number 1 pick, right after this break. We're back and ready to make history by showing you the number 1 best invention of all time. Number 1. Antibiotics. You like being alive, right? What if I told you there were little things called biotics that want you dead? Well, not all of them, but most of them. Over here at Top 10 All Time, the number 1 Top 10 channel on YouTube, we hate biotics. We thought we were antibiotics, but it turns out that's just a little pill. Antibiotics have saved so many lives we can't even count. Gone are the days of paper cuts cutting your life short. So yes, you can finally write love notes with peace of mind. Stay healthy, kings and queens, and see you in the next video. Do you agree with our picks? Let us know in the comments.
And be sure to subscribe to Top 10 All Time for more great videos like this one.